Hey y'all, coming to y'all with a message per usual. And tonight's message is very deep. It is something that I had to pray before I even came to you with. And it is something that God commanded me to send in this hour, in this moment. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is everything that is supposed to happen tomorrow on April 8th. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background to make it all make sense. There is an eclipse, a solar eclipse that goes over 7 different areas. Now, the first one in 2017 that I'm going to reference in this post is going to be the eclipse that went over 7 areas with the name Salem in the beginning. Salem means peace. Now, the second eclipse is going to be tomorrow on April 8th, and it's going to go over 7 areas with the name Nineveh. If you're not familiar with the story of Jonah in the Bible, Jonah was a prophet that God commanded to go give the people a very bold message before he ended or before he sent wrath to the earth. He told the people of Nineveh to turn away from their evil ways, from their idols, from all the vices that they were fellowshipping with and through. And he told them to stop sinning so that when God decides to come back, they will not be harmed, that God will not send harm to them if they turned away from sin. So now that I've given you the background, let's get into the story. So this message tonight is to let you know I'm going to go back to the whole rhetoric surrounding Beyoncé. Now, I've seen so many different thousands, hundreds of thousands of comments and back and forth about Christianity in my post. And I like to always look over and make an assessment before I address it because I like to address the most important things all at once. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that, like I told you all, turning away from sin looks like turning away from idols. There are many people that idol Beyoncé to the point of no return. Her music is a way to incite chanting and inciting spells through the things that she sang in repetitious form, giving bold accounts of things that she's either done or things that she is warning you about that would or will happen based on some occurrences within her relationship. Now, a lot of people want to speculate and say, oh, these things are hypothetical, or she's saying these things may or may not happen. These are just fantasies. No, my loves, what you have to understand is when you are a part of the Illuminati occultic, what happens is there is a responsibility that when they do something, whether it be illegal, whether it be witchcraft, whether it be whatever the case may be, their duty is to tell the public what they did. Now, it's up to them to decide how they choose to do it, how colorful or how creative they do this, but that is a responsibility. Her songs in this country album are telling you what she did. Now, let's get into two different. Daughter is exactly what I said it was. It is her admission. We're unaliving. We're going to keep it PG-13 here on this app. Unaliving Kathy White, who was one of Jay-Z's mistresses. The reason why she did this was because she knew that Jay-Z was cheating, and she also knew that Jay-Z had impregnated this woman. Now, the reason why, and this is not a conspiracy, and this is not alleged, anything that I get from God is not alleged. It's a very bold statement from a very real revelation that God gave me. No one has the authorization to appoint or tell me where I got my information from, that I should be praying, because God said there are no more prayers that is going to save Beyonce's soul. That's number 1 and 2. So stop saying it in the comments because it's not going to happen. So let's get right back into the point. The reason why I'm telling you all that this is an admission of her unaliving Kathy White is because she is a very jealous person. When she first signed up in relationship with Jay-Z, she didn't realize exactly what she was signing up for until it was already too late. Jay-Z is a narcissistic person, a covert narcissist to be exact. I said that in my podcast episode. When you are dealing with a narcissistic person, they will put you at contention or in contention with their family members, with their friends, and with their mistresses, okay? And that's whether it's man or woman. In this case, we're talking about a man to a woman. He created a high level of jealousy within Beyonce to the point where it became rage. Dangerously in Love, Crazy in Love, Bonnie and Clyde, all these lyrics in these songs, the Lemonade album, show what type of jealous rage she has embedded deep down inside of her. So much so that she always turned to the woman for vengeance and never really to him. That's why that elevator incident happened between him and Solange, because Solange sat back for years watching her sister get cheated on, get lied to, get emotionally abused, and who knows, maybe even physically. And she did nothing. All of her rage went to the women, which I always have maintained is crazy. Because if you see your man cheating, the woman is not the issue, it's your man. What are you mad at them for? They don't owe you any loyalty. So let's get right back into the point of this message. The fact that she has this type of jealous rage, she told us in Daughter what she did. Now, everyone wants to argue and fight in the comments about, oh, we saw her bare belly. She carried Blue Ivy. That's her daughter. No, it's not. What happened is, I don't know why you guys don't watch or don't make mental notes of what you see on crime TV and a lot of these investigative shows. It is so easy for people that have power and billions of dollars to cover things up. That is why the whole wing that she had Blue Ivy on was completely blocked off and shut down because it was something that they did not want revealed. Kathy White was kept alive. Her body and whatever they did to create a funeral for her was all something that was a setup. It wasn't real. This woman was kept alive until she bore her daughter into the world. And then after she bore her daughter into the world, they passed it off as Beyonce's. Beyonce's prosthetic belly was a ploy and a decoy to throw people off. There was no surrogate that carried Blue. Now, you keep saying, oh, but she looks just like Beyonce. Do you not realize the more time you spend around a person that you start to look like them? Hello. When are you guys going to wake up and take the wool and the veil from over your eyes? These things are so obvious. You've seen these things in movies. Obsessed is a role that she played so effortlessly because it's what she's familiar with. It's the kind of things that she does. So at the end of the day, we're going to stop arguing about this whole thing about, oh, she carried the baby, because no, she did not. And I just told you how they all covered it up and what actually happened. And God gave me this revelation. I didn't make this up. It's not a conspiracy. Now, Blue Cantrell was someone that Jay-Z was very fond of and had an affair with. Blue Ivy, her name is demonic. Blue, it's no chance or accident that her name is spelled exactly like Blue Cantrell's. B-L-U. That's it. Ivy is poisonous. They poisoned Blue Cantrell, and if you don't believe me, go look at very real accounts and interviews where she has admitted to this. What is the best way to get back at someone when you have an evil spirit in your soul? To play in their face and to make a mockery of things that you've done to them to torment them. So she named her daughter after the very person that Jay-Z had an affair and actually loved because she had a jealous rage. And then she named Ivy at the end of it because it's poisonous. We poison Blue Cantrell. Hello. I didn't gave you the whole thing right in a nutshell. So I don't want to hear anything else about in the comments how this is all conspiracy and this or that. I just gave you the rundown of what God revealed to me actually happened. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation. I had to explain these things to you because so many of you all have so much idolatry for these celebrities that it's sickening. It actually makes my skin crawl. I've never seen people that are not even on a payroll for someone take up for them the way that most of you do. I am telling you, like I told you at the beginning of this post, if you don't turn away from your idols that you have in this world, especially with these celebrities, and you don't start repenting and praying and drawing in closer to God, you literally only have 45 days from tomorrow to repent and make your relationship airtight with God. Because if you don't, and if you continuously keep taking the side of these idols and these celebrities that are lying and playing your face and are all demons, you are going to go to hell. God sent me here to give this bold warning and this bold message, and I did what my Father commanded. You don't turn away from your idols. You keep revering them more than you rever God, and you're going to hell. Bottom line. I will talk to you guys